What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the podcast about a playlist. I'm Jon.
And I'm Brandon.
We hope you're doing well. We hope you've been well in the month plus that we were on hiatus. We are going to be doing a best of June recap episode this week before we start catching up on newer releases in the episodes coming up. If you're wondering why the artwork, logo, name, everything for this podcast has changed. We decided in the time away we just needed an update. As much as we love the very stupid inside joke that our podcast was named after for 3+ years, we never really expected like this many people to listen to it or to have to explain the name as much as we have. So we thought just a name change or a simplification to the title line was in order. We got some fun things coming, hopefully in the near future in terms of some merch, stickers, that type of things. But we got a lot of music to catch up on, man. So
Yeah, we do.
unless you have anything you want to get to before then, let's just get right into it.
No, let's go.
All right, man. First up, we got this new one from Fred again, Skepta, Blackboy Max called Victory Lap. Undeniable banger. Probably my song of the month for June, man. I love this one. It's the type of song that makes me remember why I'm so interested in what Fred again does and releases. What did you think of this one?
I texted you, in the rare moment that I texted you about music with my thoughts prior
Yeah.
to the podcast, but I wish it had a little bit more energy. That being said, you're not wrong. Undeniable banger.
Yep.
Actually reminds me of a little bit of Boys Noise with some of the sounds he was using, you know?
Oh, totally, totally, yeah. And there was another song with Sammy Vergi that Skepta was on in the time we were away. We didn't get to cover it this week, but dude is on a run in the EDM world as well as the rap world. I love the way he's bridging these two genres the way he is, or just kind of succeeding at both. He's not really blending them both as much as just killing it at everything. So
Yeah, he just turns
good job,
around.
Skepta.
Wakes up and crushes it every morning. I hear what you're saying.
We're still looking for the Knife and Fork album that you announced in January 2024, though,
Come
man.
on,
Please,
man.
please. All right, man. New one from Alice in Wonderland. Again, fuck is the name of this one. Really fun track. 2 for 2 this year, as far as I'm concerned. Hopefully, with more to come. A full trap album from her sounds awesome. What did you think of this?
Yeah, absolute fire banger of a track, man. She did it again.
She did it again. New one from Offset and JID called Bodies. The Offset verse is fine, but the Jid verse just steals the show, man. When he gets in to that like third, fourth gear like he does in the end of this shit, man, it's just the thing I can't stop rewinding. I just have to listen to it again and again and again. Love this. What'd you think of it?
Yeah, this was actually a pretty close runner-up to my song of the month for June. I
Yeah.
can't stop listening to this song. I put it on pretty much every time I hit the car. I look, I've never been a gigantic Offset fan. I've never
Mhm.
tried to hide that either. This actually made me be like, wait, what else has Offset done that like maybe is like really good? Because this is easily one of his better tracks in the last
Yeah.
years. And yeah, like you said, man, Jid, when he finds a pocket and then just fucking exploits it,
Hmm.
oh my God, the guy just snaps. And like I feel like I've said it about Jid 1,000 times. And I don't think
Hmm.
well, hopefully I never stop, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I don't think we ever will, man. We haven't in the like 5, 7+ years we've been listening to him. So
Right.
love the guy. New one from Cardi B called Outside. I really like this track, but more importantly, we finally have a release date for her long-awaited sophomore album. It's called Am I the Drama? I'm sorry, Am I the Drama? Drops September 19th. We'll see how it is, but I think that this is a pretty fun start. What did you think about this one?
Look, man, I've said it before and I'm not afraid to admit it now again. Cardi B can fucking rap, dude. This is a good song.
Yeah, she raps her ass off on it. A lot has been made about she put the not the names of all the other track lists up, but the she added WAP and Up, which are two songs from 2020 and
I'm not
2021,
mad
which
about it.
instantly put the album over like a billion plays upon release. I'm not mad about artists using singles like this. It is kind of weird though when the song is like 5+ years old to be hearing it amongst new songs. But I
I'm
think
not
in
mad
the
about it.
eight in Thank you for this decisive take on it. I appreciate it. I just feel like in the age of digital streaming, it's so fucking easy to slap a song on an album. It doesn't mean what it used to in terms of how it affects the overall track list, especially if they're slapped on at the end like they are in this case. No harm, no foul.
And like Cardi B's not making a concept album here, right? Like we can all understand that. So WAP being on the album is whatever. And honestly, I mean, if she's gonna do it, and she's not even like hiding it, right?
Yeah.
It's not a surprise, right?
No. No.
She's like, I you might not even like my new album. It's still gonna do better numbers than yours, everyone else.
Yeah, go
So
cry about it. Yeah, she pretty much said a lot of her fans have been begging for like a home for these singles since they're her most popular in between the last album and this album. I think it makes a lot of sense. People just need to quit crying about it. And yeah, man, the concept is bitches better get out of the fucking way because Cardi is coming. That's the concept on this album.
yep.
All right, man. New one from J-Hope and Glorilla. Killing It Girl's the name of this one. I think after that last dud of an EP we covered from J-Hope, he has been on fire with the last three singles. He had that one with Miguel earlier this year, Mona Lisa a few months ago, and now this one. All great, man. Love it. What'd you think about it?
This might be my favorite J-Hope track to date.
It's so good. It's very American and modern, but I think he's just killing it at this shit right now, pun
Good
intended,
for him.
fully. All right, man. New one from Benny called Off the Rails. I love this, obviously. Never gonna complain about a new Benny song in the world. But less than 2 minutes? Are you fucking kidding me? Come on, man. This is great, though. I imagine you feel similarly.
The TikTokification of my music will not stand, man. No, I get what you're saying, but it's under 2 minutes of just straight banger. So I mean,
Yeah,
what are we gonna do? I don't think
true.
I've ever disliked a Benny track.
And you probably won't, man. She is just so consistent, so good. I've been hoping for a new album for like the last year or two, but I feel like her taking her time and like giving us interesting bits like this to kind of go off of before the official announcement has played well, man. I'm very, very curious. It sounds like her sound has evolved, but into just a bigger version of the sound that we already know, not a departure. So very
Right.
excited for this one. New one from Lowly Young, Not Like That Anymore. Not my favorite Lowly Young song, but she definitely does her thing on it, especially vocally. What'd you think about it?
I actually felt the exact same way. It's not my favorite of hers, but she still crushes it, you know?
Yeah, yeah, as she does with that like very smoky, raspy voice. It's very raw on this song, and I think that'll play.
Yeah.
I think this song's gonna play well to like sing-along crowd at festival type situations, but it's not one of the songs that I usually look forward to when it shuffles on.
Right.
All right, new one from Hard Life called Yellow Bike. I can't remember if we talked about the single after what was the first one they put out there? Othello. They put out one called Ogre after that. I didn't really enjoy it, but this one I'm really, really digging. This has been such an interesting rollout amongst the name change and everything, but I'm on board with it, man. I really liked this track. What about you?
I think I think I like the hard life stuff more than I like the easy life stuff.
I
Which
think
is
that's
great. Yeah.
fair. Yeah. I hadn't really thought about it like that. Yeah, we have a very small sample size, like three songs. But I think once we get the album week after this one, I'll have to sit down and kind of make that listen and see like if it really does feel like a different group a little bit after all of that. It's definitely going to feel a little bit different in terms of like the spirit of the music. This is good though.
Right.
All right, man. New one from Gallant and Woo Young of the K-pop group ATEEZ called Under Pressure. It scratched the victory lap thing. This is my song of the month for June. Absolute perfection from Gallant, as is tradition. I love this song, man. Perfect. What'd you think about it?
Uh, I am pretty sure that Gallant has the best range in R&B right now, full stop.
Yeah. Yep.
I just the dude is the voice is it's jaw dropping sometimes.
And it's kind of like as much as I liked the more indie experimental alternative sounds he was dabbling with, in which he still hit plenty of these notes. It's kind of cool to hear him over something more like simplified pop R&B like this
Right.
and just kind of a fun back and forth. He feels a lot looser on this song. Still crushes it, man. Great stuff. He's already performed it live when he was in Korea for the jazz festival with him. So really good stuff, man.
Nice.
Talk to me about the new Beth's album, No Joy, man.
Yeah, we're getting a new Beth's album this
Yep.
year. I am wildly excited. 2025 is wow already.
Yeah.
Just and hearing her voice on a whole album is just going to be the cherry on fucking top, bro. I love this song. It is it's, the Beth's just they speak to me, man.
Yeah, they put out another song a few weeks ago, but this is the song that they announced the album with. So I kind of feel like this is the
Right.
song that's launching the album. And I think that compared to the last song they put out and a lot of their work, the brevity of this track works to its advantage. It's an earworm, makes you want more, which is exactly what a single like this should do. I'm stoked for
Right.
that one, man. That's gonna be fun. Huge tour they announced with it too. That should be fun as well.
Nice.
New one from The Beaches, Touch Myself is the name of this one. They've released a few singles since we last spoke, all of which have been pretty good. I don't know if this is my least favorite, but it's the one I've listened to the least so far, so take from that what you will. What do you think about this one?
Well, and it's funny, man, because it is still really good. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get what you're saying. I still kind of kick myself for not seeing him at Coachella this year. I should have gone.
You should have. You should have. I was pushing. I was pushing. Um, New one from Wet Leg. This is also the third single. I think all of like the Beaches singles and Wet Leg singles for this rollout have come out within
On
days
like
of
on
each
the same
other.
day, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bizarre. It's been bizarre, but both bands I love, both albums I'm really looking forward to, so I'm not complaining. Same thing I said about the Beaches though, man. This is like of the three singles they've dropped, easily the one I've listened to the least. Not saying it's my least favorite. I think it's way too soon to call that, but it's another Wet Leg song. It's pretty good. What'd you think about it?
You know, man, Wet Leg has this kind of like what's the word? Arrogance about themselves when and about like how they carry themselves in their music that like makes it work so fucking well. The
Hmm.
confidence and all of the delivery on the vocals, all of the instrumentals, like it just like oozes arrogance, and I love that.
Dude, that's fucking rad. Yeah, I think that is the perfect word to describe it. It's like an arrogance, especially when you watch their live videos. Their stage presence
Yeah.
oozes it. They are the cool kids that you'll never impress, essentially. But they're
Wait,
also
I
extremely like just down and in your face, and it's not that far removed from you at all, like those t
I
types
actually
typically
think
are.
that's it though. You just hit the nail on the head because I can't listen to any of their music without thinking back to a live performance of theirs that I've seen, even like on the I've never seen them live, but you know, like you can
The
YouTube
videos,
shit and
yeah.
I can't listen to their music without thinking about how they're clearly killing it on stage. You know what I mean? Like
And I think that live reputation has really superseded them and kind of elevated them to the next level. I think in terms of a broader
deserved.
conversation with music, the popularity of this new Oasis tour is giving me a slight hope that the major festivals and just in general what people, especially in the States, kind of value in music is more instrument driven again. Like, I'm not saying take it back to the old days, but like, there are bands out there that are equal of the same praise as a lot of mid pop stars are getting like heaps and bounds of. Like, it
Yeah.
blows my mind. And I think that like seeing the response to these like Oasis type shows and people appreciating this music or the crowd at like Glastonbury watching Wet Leg and doing the scream in your mom with them, like these moments that you want to be a part of that are so different from the mainstream pop norms that we've come to like know. It's fucking rad to see bands like this kind of kicking that shit down when it became so commonplace, really like as a domino effect from the EDM surge of the early 2010s to now. I'm happy Wet Leg is doing this, but they're definitely catching some flack for that arrogance.
This is exactly why I love you, John, because we just turned a conversation from wet leg into the domination of EDM in the 2010s. Um,
Dominoes.
right, right, but you're not wrong. And as much as I might not attend this set, but the Smile needs to headline Bonnaroo. You know what I mean? Like it needs to
Yes.
happen. They need to do it, and it needs it. Like I agree. I agree with everything that you just said.
I'm happy to be talking to you again as well, Brandon. But yeah, man, I think that'll be something interesting to monitor going forward because I don't know if the shift is going to happen full stop, but I feel like this is the chance that actual instrument-driven music can really start making a push again. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Beautiful segue into our next song by Rocket, Crossing Fingers. This band gets higher up on my list of favorites with every new song they put out. I am shocked more people aren't talking about them. They just announced a new album coming out this October with a new single we'll be covering next week. I'm very excited, man. I don't know if I've really told you how much I'm digging this band lately, but you can hear it in my voice. It's a lot. What did you think of this?
Yeah, I fucking love this. I think we've covered maybe three songs of theirs, and
Couple, yeah.
I've gone back after you showed me them, and I love their music. You're totally right. And I think what did I say when we first covered them? Dosser coded, because
Yes, yes, that's right.
it's right up my fucking alley, John. So,
It's those guitars, man, totally.
oh, it's so good.
A new one from Hail the Sun, the Drooling Class. You actually sent me this one kind of out of the blue and put it on my radar, but since you have been listening to it a lot, it absolutely rips, man. What did you think of this?
Right. So number one, shout out Hail the Sun. They were actually opening for none other than Between the Buried and Me on their North American tour.
Crazy.
Huge, huge for them. My God. This is one of their heavier songs, instrumentally at the very least. Actually, there's quite a bit of screamy on here. It's one of their heavier songs.
There
Uh,
is. Yeah.
this is exactly what post-hardcore should be. Disjointed, a little all over the place and chaotic, but having enough structure to still be a song. You know what this reminded me of, John?
Sleeping
At
with
the drive-in.
Sirens. Ah, okay. You're going way farther back. Yeah. Yes. You are so right, man. Never really thought about that yet, but they do have a lot of like that at the drive-in energy in their music.
No, no, I don't think anybody's gonna quite match At the Drive-In's energy, but
I mean, at
it
the
did
drive-in
remind me
doesn't
of
even
them.
match at the drive-in's energy anymore.
Like, yeah. So
Oh man, I couldn't agree with you more, man. That's a great comp. Yeah, I feel like they're kind of the natural successor in which I guess really does start with bands like At the Drive-In to like Pierce the Veil to Sleeping with Sirens to like this type. The high vocal register aside, the music has a lot of similarities too, but I'm really fucking digging this. They've put out a few, I think like pre-tour singles the last year or two, but I'm hoping we get like a new EP or album pretty soon.
yeah, me too.
All right, dude. Bill Murray time. This new one's called More Than Hate. I still don't know if I love or hate this style of like country infused metalcore, but the breakdowns they hit, the riffs are super dank, dude. It's hard not to like at least have fun or enjoy it as a guilty pleasure, but I'm beyond that, dude. I have no shame in just rocking the fuck out to this. What about you?
Oh, there's no guilt in any of this, John. This is so fucking good. This band is so much fun. I just, but like you said, how do you like? You can't take them seriously, but
No.
if you do, and you sit down and you listen to the lyrics, like the lyrics on this are crazy good.
Hmm.
It's like almost silly how good it
Yeah.
is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's funny knowing like the musical DNA comes from the original Attack Attack member because like the guitars on these breakdowns, I'm like, yep, I hear the through line.
Yep, yep, yep,
It's
yep.
got that sound to it. It's just got that sound to it. All right, man. Between the Buried and Me time, dude, you have waited long enough. We got a new one from them called Things We Tell Ourselves in the Dark. Tell me about your thoughts on the new song and new album coming out.
Let's fucking go. Obviously, this is my song of the month for June.
Duh.
I think I listened to it maybe three, maybe four times a day still since it dropped. This band is so good, dude. They can go from like gorgeous piano laden ballads to some of the heaviest shit you'll ever hear. And now they're doing like funk prog. What the fuck is happening? This album is going to be really neat. I think it is the successor or the sequel. It might even be a prequel to the Coma Ecliptic, which I just saw live, which was so
Yeah.
fucking cool. The bass solo in this song is exceptional. It's also worth noting that this is probably one of the like production wise, the cleanest mix out of any of their tracks that they've ever released.
That's an interesting note. I do feel like as they've gone on, like especially if you go back to, colors and stuff like that, they've come a long way in the sound quality department. I haven't listened like specifically for the mix, but I'm sure I'll notice that as I listen to the album in full when that drops. I'm like in between on this one. Obviously I like it. It's
You're in
it's
between the buried and you, or
yeah, yeah. God damn it. That one wasn't intentional and that pisses me off. Um uh, I just I only like this and I feel like I'm letting you down because I don't love it. But it's funny because somebody can say something around you that has like nothing, they're not trying to ruin it for you. But I'm watching the video and this gets announced and like this whole concept is like this resort type situation, all like CG graphics, very weird. Hopefully not AI. But I'm watching the
it
video, I'm
wasn't.
listening to the song, and my wife is just like, oh, this is their Arctic Monkeys, whatever the fucking Space Hotel album
Yeah,
was called. And for
we were
some
just
reason,
talking about that album too. What's it
Tranquility
called?
Base. And
Tranquility
even though
Base.
I like Tranquility Base, it made me like this less right away. And it has nothing to do with the song. I was like, oh, oh.
Why did I just imagine the scene in B movie where the guy turns around with that face?
Exactly. Exactly. So, I
What
mean,
did you just say to me?
I'm keeping an open mind, man. But if they bring up a taqueria on the roof, I'm gonna start to wonder. Yeah, dude. I obviously I'm excited for a new Between the Buried and Me album. Uh,
Wait. I actually want Between the Buried and Me to just completely cover Tranquility Base now. Like,
oh man, foam born into that, please.
let's go.
All right, man. We got one more single. Sanshigabog is how I think you pronounce the name of this group. I've said it a few times now. This song is with Defeated Sanity. The song's called Abhorrent Contraception. Fuck yeah. Talk to me about it, man.
The Bog, man.
The Bog. Yes.
I think it's Sanguisuga Bog, although I could be
Sure.
I'm just sounding shit out now, right? It's not like a real word.
Phonetically, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, oh man, Defeated Sanity feature. Let's fucking go, dude. This song is so fucking hard, bro. It opens up with like an old school, like early 1990s death metal riff, and then just fucking proceeds into chaos. There's that sample where the guy's like, I'm gonna kill my whole family and then I'm gonna slit my throat and become God, and then breakdown. And it's like, oh fuck, dude, it goes hard.
It really does, dude. This one is an absolute ripper that, like you said, comes out of the gate with fists clenched. And goddamn it, yeah, Defeated Sanity really bringing the heat on this one as the feature. Great song, man. Loved it.
Yep.
All right, two EPs to talk about this week. We got one from Astea Borsama. It's called EB002. Your first selection for our techno EP of the week in over a month has lived up and then some, man. This whole release is outstanding. Flying Saucer goes really fucking hard. What did you think of this one?
All right. This actually might be my favorite techno release of the year.
It's up there.
And yo, it's a fucking good one, dude. And you know what? I need to see now because I think she's wildly unknown or it's something stupid. Oh, actually, she's got 60. When I checked at one point, she had like 2,000. So maybe she's crushing it. Good for her. Yeah, Flying Saucer fucking rips. Her use of 303s on this whole EP is mesmerizing.
Yeah.
Just absolute top class, proper techno on this whole thing. It's got some funk, it's got some drive to it, some heaviness. The open filter, closed filter shit she does on Vision is so sick. The way she fucks with LFOs on Mars. This actually might be my favorite techno release of the year, and it's proper. And it's proper. And you know what? There's a lot of proper techno out there. And there's artists that like Roadhad and Clar and
Yeah.
Oscar Mulero and Ben Sims. Like they have a
Hmm.
quality about them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that quality's fun. And she found the fun on this because I had a lot of fun listening to it. It's not dry, it's not overdone. It is what it is.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't say it better myself, dude. That it's a great EP. I didn't want to like be hyperbolic because I time blends together and I don't remember all the techno that's came out this year. But I when I was listening to it, I was like, man, it's hard to imagine it gets much better than this at times, you
Right.
know? So shout out her. This is a phenomenal EP. Great work. Um,
Correct.
New one from Ill Defined. This EP is called Dearest Hopeless. You showed me this group earlier this year. I hit follow whenever we talked about them last. Saw they dropped an EP in our time away. Felt like we had to talk about it. It's everything I loved about Passing a Door as a single and more, dude. I also got to give Second from Your Breath my vote for MySpace Song of the Week. Such a great first
Yes.
track to this EP. Very MySpace core. Loved this whole project, man. What about you?
Oh, I love a young and hungry post-hardcore band, man. I wish they went a little heavier. I think they could do it, and I think it would sound so good. But there are so many great moments on this EP, man. I think it's on Clarity, that fucking riff that comes in.
Yeah.
Uh, you know what this actually reminded me of? Like both sonically and mix-wise, it actually reminds me of like an Albini production where
Interesting.
it's raw but it's still clean. It's just clean enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, no, that's great. I feel like a fucking loser because I don't know Albini's sound well enough to define that by ear, but I'm gonna trust your opinion on that. And I'm gonna feel like a inferior to you in music for the
No,
next 5 minutes now.
you'll never feel inferior to me. Well, you shouldn't
It's
at
okay.
least.
It's nothing a hazy strawberry cider, hard cider won't phase. It's okay, buddy.
That's very
Um,
true.
we got a few albums to talk about, man, this week. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay, let's kick it off with the new one from KAROL G. This is this is probably my least favorite of the three KAROL G albums we've now talked about on here, and it's still really good for what it is. I think that my intense love for Latin music and more specifically Latin pop has cooled a bit recently. I'm sure a new release from Rosalia could easily change that, but that's another
I
story.
I was gonna say, wait for Raul Alejandro away.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, please. Her voice is fucking remarkable. I think she is one of the best in the genre today. Her production is consistent, even if it's a little bit repetitive at times. But this album is coming on the heels of a new documentary that was just made about her. I think it came out on Netflix. She's like on top of the world and arguably at the peak of her fame. This is a good album to signify that time in her career, even if it's not my favorite album of hers or at least yet. I don't think this one is beyond growing on me a bit, but as of now, I have it at like a strong six, light seven. My standout is Latin Forever, but there's a few on here. What did you end up thinking about this one, buddy?
your first sentence, which was "This is my least favorite Kettle G album, and it's still great," is really the
Really
perfect
sums
way to
it up,
describe
right?
it. It really does. It's for this album's full of Latin beats, obviously a lot of pop sensibility, which she does very well. And so it's not like a pure Latin album. I mean, it could be a pop album, you know what I mean? But
Sure.
um, there are some tracks that really fucking grabbed me though. I think it's
Yeah.
Coleccionando Heridas.
Yep.
That wow, bro, that song fucking blew me away. And it's really a reminder that that she is actually a world-class musician. She can do the party music, she can do traditional Mexican music, she can do Latin pop, and her voice just simply floats over all of the production choices that you could make. I don't think I've ever given her anything less than an eight. Today I will. It's a seven for me, solid
Yep.
seven. But Coleccionando Heridas is amazing. Amazing
Great
song.
standout. That's a great standout, man. Yeah, dude. I think like her and Callie are like on the same level as Ray vocally. You just hear it differently because they're doing it in such a different way. But she
You're
is on
right.
that level of musicianship. I 100% agree with you.
Right.
Moving on, we got a new one from Marina, formerly known as Marina and the Diamonds. This one's called Princess of Power. You and I loved Contissimo as a single. I don't think we talked about Cupid's Girl, but I really liked that one as a single as well. I thought the whole album is like well produced, even if it's a little overproduced. The writing's good, it plays it a little safe. Overall, I think it's a good album, even though it's getting there largely on the strength of the singles. It reminds me a lot of that last Dua Lipa album that we talked about in that regard. So, like, it's kind of hard for me to give it anything above like a high six, low seven, because I just feel like there's some meat left on the bone. But when I'm listening to it, I'm like, this is good. But when I'm listening to the singles, I'm like, this is great. Why isn't every song this great? Which is always a bit unfair to ask of any musician. Those are just some of the songs that connected with me the most. This album as a whole did not really, but I think it's still pretty good. I'll give it a 6. Cantissimo is my standout because of course it is. That song is fucking great. What did you
That's
think of this one, man?
that song's so funny. Look, I am glad I got to see a little bit of her at Coachella. Her voice was great live, and this record, I mean, she clearly has a decent voice here, right?
Hmm.
There is a 3-track run that I love on this record. It is Cantissimo, Roller Coaster, Cupid's Girl. Those three
Yep.
tracks are great. Uh, a lot of this album actually feels like it's barely glued together, though, for me. Let,
Yep.
let, 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 let me explain. So,
Please.
some of the musical concepts like feel like early ideas that were just kind of like, well, we'll get to that later, and then they never did, and then they just mixed it and produced it and then overproduced it to make it sound good, but the concept itself wasn't good. I think it was on like Metallic Stallion where it's like these super grating synth work, and I'm like, oh my God, stop that. Well, why would you do that? Um, instrumentally, this album is decent. I feel like her vocal filters are a little overproduced. I enjoyed it for what it is. It's a fun pop album, but Contissimo is clearly the best song on the album.
Yep.
And I'm going to disagree with you. You said it's unfair to ask an artist to have a better song than a single. On albums that I love, right? I mean, though a lot of the album cuts are what make an album. And I
True.
was talking to this dude the other day. Shout out to Matt. He was like, I don't even feel like albums are albums anymore. Like they're just a collection of tracks. That's exactly what this feels like. It's just a collection of tracks. I disagreed with him on like a variety of other things. And that specific point it set me over the edge. But
As we tend to do. Yeah.
you know, don't talk to me about music and expect me to not talk back, bitch. But yeah, that's what it is. It's a 6. It might even be a low 5 for me because really
Fair.
it's Cantissimo, Cupid's Girl, and Roller Coaster that are carrying this album.
And that's
So
kind of
that's
it,
it.
yeah. Yeah, fair, fair. All right, man, let's talk about the new AJ Tracey album, Don't Die Before You're Dead. I'm a little torn on this one, but I'm almost just more excited to hear your thoughts on it. But I think it's because I really wanted to love this album that I don't. Like, I was so gassed after Crush came out as a fucking first single, and I was like, this is everything I wanted. The chirped up production, the just that whole style with the chop, the Georgia Smith doing the like rap sing flow. I think AJ Tracy's like anytime he's kind of in this like rapping about relationship stuff, he's like at his best. His flow is great on that one. I didn't love Friday Prayer as much as a single when it dropped, but I thought it was still a good song, very much in line with the first one we heard. But beyond a few moments on this album, like the first few tracks, like that first 2 song run, and a few album standouts like Jeff Hardy, which I have run back an unhealthy amount of times. The whole album doesn't really connect with me, like or just move me, I guess, in the way that I think his music usually does kind of grab me. His flow still very much fun to listen to. The style of production he raps over couldn't be more up my alley. So I'm going to give this one a little more time, see how I feel. I could end up listening to this one again and being like, what the fuck was I thinking? But as of now, it's like a 6 for me, which is shocking because he is one of like my favorites right now. My standout is Crush, obviously. What did you end up thinking about this one though, man?
No, John, I've been in like a rap mood lately. I've been listening to a lot of Pusha T.
Yes.
Nobody asked me
Clips
why.
tonight, by the way.
No, no, I know. Man, hard piano just goes so hard. All right, so, I've been thinking about what makes modern rappers really good, and we talked about it a little bit earlier when we talked about JID, which is that when a rapper can find a pocket and just fucking exploit it, that's when they actually really impress. Now,
Yep.
AJ doesn't really snap on this thing at really any point, right? But he finds a couple of pockets, and I think he's a great rapper.
Hmm.
Tracks like what is it? Third Time Lucky is something that UK rappers do a lot. I don't think American rappers do enough. It's like emotional, deep, a little down tempo while talking about some actual real shit. Crush, Georgia Smith, obviously incredible. The synth work on Jeff Hardy is it really is next level, man. The beat on Jeff Hardy and the entire track is just insane. Imposter Syndrome has some really great bars. I did like this album, but like you said, there's not anything that was he didn't snap. There was
No,
moments where he could have and should have, and he never it feels like he didn't it feels like he wanted to play it safe because like we've heard him snap before, you know what I mean? Like why didn't he?
he
He
gets
could
right
have.
up to that point. He gets right up to
Right.
that point.
Right. He like edges a snap and it's like,
Yeah.
come on, bro. Come on, dude. And he doesn't. Look, man, Crush or Paid in Full, those are both
Sure.
great tracks. Somewhere between a 6 and a 7 for me. I did like the record, but
Same.
I really only come back to a handful of tracks now, you know?
Yeah, same. All right, man, let's talk about Turnstile's new album, Never Enough. I love this album, even if it's just
Yeah, you
Glow On
do.
Part 2 with longer instrumental sections.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
do.
I don't think they soften their sound as much as like found it at this point. This whole album flows together so well. They balance the heavy with the soft incredibly well. All of it seems to be translating live in the videos that I've seen. They've definitely gone up an echelon in terms of popularity since their last release, and it's been interesting to see them and their fan base deal with that. But I think when lots of people are listening to hardcore music or heavy music in general, that's a good thing. It feels
Yes.
like half of this album was released as singles, and I loved pretty much all of those when they dropped. So I'll just add that two-song run of Soul and I Care to my standouts alongside like Seeing Stars and Look Out for Me. Give this one a strong 8, light 9, and call it a day, man. It's officially Turnstile summer over here. What about you, man? What did you end up thinking about this one in full?
I can't even believe that it's been a month since we've like talked about music like on this level and like we're still so like right in line with one another. Fuck yeah, Turnstile. I honestly think this might be my favorite album by them.
It's so
There
good.
are plenty of hardcore moments, but I think the way that they weave in and out of some of that pop and synth moments really kind of adds to it. Like I Care being preceded by Soul is fucking great. I Care, Soul crushes. And then they go, okay, hold on, we're gonna pull back a little bit. Uh, Dreaming and Light Design, both fantastic tracks with some fun synth stuff. Sun Shower is a fucking ripper. Slow
Mm-hmm.
Dive may have one of the best riffs on the record, may have one of the best riffs of the year, if I'm being real.
Word.
Haters are gonna hate or whatever, but hell fucking yeah, man. I love this album. This is a good time. You put this album on and it's got something for everyone.
Yep. Yep.
It's an 8 for me. My standouts are Slow Dive and Soul.
Both fucking great. Dude, when the riff comes back in at the end of
Oh
Soul,
my
the
God.
first time I heard that I had to do the fuck yeah.
Right?
It's
Like
so rad.
it happened. I was driving and I happened to be on the freeway and I just stank faced up and I was like, all right, I'm fucking speeding.
Yep.
Like, let's go.
Oh man, fucking great album. Glad we're on the same page with that.
100%.
Um, all right, man, let's talk about this new Kevin Abstract one, Blush. I'm not really like a huge Kevin Abstract fan. I like a few of his solo songs. I like a few Brockhampton songs. I don't think I'm a huge fan of theirs either. I think he's a very talented individual. I mostly added this because I clicked it when it came out and I was like, Love Spells is on most of these songs, and we just covered that Love Spells EP.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm really curious to hear how this plays out. I loved that EP that we covered. I think that hearing his voice in this type of music was going to be interesting. And I think more or less it translates incredibly well, dude, especially on 97 Jag, which is by far my standout. Surprisingly, the Dominic Fike tracks did not do anything for me as a longtime Dominic supporter on the pod. Hearing Amir back on the track with Kevin after he left Brockhampton under the situation that he did was interesting, and I do think that those songs are good, but I don't think it's like a project I'm going to be coming back to. Maybe outside of 97 Jag here and there. Light 6 for me. Decent album though. What did you think about this one?
Oh man. There was a moment while I was listening to this album and I thought to myself, oh my God, this is really fucking bad. And I looked at my phone and I was like, why is this so bad? And if I come to find out, why the fuck would anybody collaborate with Dominic Fike? So, God, I don't like that guy. This album
Dude.
is just This album is just a musical concept that I think works really well on paper, but has an issue with actual authentic execution. That musical
Yeah.
concept is acoustic indie rock that's like laid in with rap. I like want it to work so bad. I just don't think it does very well. Uh, which sucks because there are like moments on pretty much every track that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Um, but it was rare to find a full track that I actually loved on this one. Uh, I like Kevin too, so I mean, I guess I don't know. This record just is not memorable for me.
Fair.
Love Spells being on it is really cool. It really is. You're gonna be wildly surprised by my standout. It's a 4 for me on this record. I didn't like it enough to. I liked less than half of it, so it's what
Fair.
it is.
Fair. Yeah.
Uh, my standout is funny enough, Danny's track, which you know that I'm weird about Danny Brown, but he gets it on that one. So.
Dude, Danny is forever goated after the I got a Mexican homie named Chinese Mike line. So you got to give Danny the, you know what? Fuck it. Danny Strack's my standout too. Shout out Danny Brown. That line just forever is immortalized.
Oh man.
Honestly, I'm giving it a 6. I really don't have any like feelings, positive or negative about it. I fuck with 97 Jag. I think hearing Love Spells do a like verse on a rap song like that was
Pretty
pretty
cool.
cool. But
Pretty
beyond
cool.
that, I'm with you, man. That this album really isn't for me. But an album that is most definitely for both of us is this new
Ah,
Stateside one, Where You Found Me. Give me your thoughts and feelings, my friend.
oh my God. What a fucking debut album, John.
Mhm.
They have just absolutely crushed that
Knocked it
mid
out of the park.
2000s pop punk sound, and they're not afraid to tell everyone. They sound like a seasoned band, but have the energy and the hunger of a new band. What I'll also say is that Pure Noise Records, whoever is finding the bands for this label, it needs to be making like a lot of money. Although I doubt anybody really is in the music industry right now. Look, man. These guys can fucking get it. They're the ones to watch, and I really hope I get to see them live in a very, very tiny, shitty venue. But at this point, after this album, I'll probably never get to do that. I'm gonna call this an 8, maybe even a 9. Every single track is a banger. Stay Sweet is great. I think The End's Not Near, It's Here is probably gonna be my actual album cut standout.
Ooh, good album cut standout. I like that one as well. I honestly of all the albums that came out in our like hiatus rebrand, this was the one I was most bummed we could not talk about.
I
I
know.
don't even have like a ton to say about it. I just love it and I wanted to get my positive opinion out into the world so that I just think this album deserves its flowers immediately. It's an incredible debut. I'm going to be listening for it for years to come. We both have had Stay Sweet in our like best pop punk songs of the year slash decade since it dropped. That's not going anywhere. It's an all-timer. Vista Verde was a
All timer.
perfect follow-up. Like a Rosary, fucking really rad and even more rad in the context of the album. Just so fucking good, man. I love this one. I think of all the album cuts, the intro track is probably my favorite of the new ones. I just want to sum it up and say it's great, man. Another strong 8 to low 9. I'm in line with you. Stay Sweet's my standout, but I'll say Heads Up Big Guy's a close second.
Yep.
Uh all right, man. One more album to talk about this week from Patristic. Cate how do you say
Yep.
the name of this album? Okay,
I don't know.
so Catechesis is what I'll say. The
Sure.
second I heard the vocals, I had a feeling it was a release on Willow Tip. I was right. This album goes incredibly, incredibly hard, man. I think it really finds its groove around part one of the title track. It doesn't really let up from there. It's a really strong album, strong 6 for me, maybe even a light 7 if I'm in the mood. I'm gonna say, yeah, part one is my standout on this one, but bonus points for incredibly sick ass album artwork. What did you think about this one, buddy?
I don't have a lot of notes on it, but we are going to talk about it. So, number one, album art is insane. Number two, Willow Tip is just like Pure Noise, and they have an ear for music that is fucking great. Look, man, I love a prog metal record with suites of songs, as you know. Everybody here knows I like Ingurgitating Oblivion, right? We've talked about them. Okay, good. Um, this this record is really cool because it has it has this like really long intro. I don't there's not a track under 5 minutes long, which I love. Like you said, Catechesis one, part one of the title track
Yep.
is probably where what?
Oh, I was agreeing.
Oh yeah, I'd they start like really finding this groove, and then like you said, it is just ripper all the way through part four. I couldn't let us go with a best of June without probably the best metal album that's been released in June, even if it is from a band that has less than 7,000 monthly listeners. This is a good one, man. I think I'm gonna give it a seven, maybe 7 to 8. My
Okay.
standout is also part one.
Hell yeah, man. I appreciate you for keeping me up to date on all the best metal while we were away. This was a fun one to get back with.
Yes, sir.
Dude, we got another banger of a week coming up. New albums dropping tonight from Barry Can't Swim, Calva Louise,
Ugh,
Clips, Givian, Wet
ugh.
Leg, and more. Make sure you are following along with the weekly rotating playlist. The podcast name has changed. The playlist name is different, but the link is not. We are keeping it all the same, trying to keep it as easy as possible for you. Instagram's going to be different. Still just search podcast about a playlist. It should come up. I think we are getting a new Reddit, so hang tight on that. But until the meantime, just keep your eyes out for new episodes. We will be back as soon as we can, and we will see y'all next time.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace.